Yo, on this live. So yeah, I'm doing something different on this joint, man. I'm doing something different. I decided that I'm gonna go ahead and collaborate and combine my two platforms all together in this one, man. I'm just one person, man. So it's so much work trying to do two different things as one person. So until it gets bigger and I get the right kind of help, I'm just gonna be me. And the two things that I've really narrowed down that I'm gonna do, which is music and basketball. I'm gonna just make it all one platform because I know how to kind of separate stuff and edit after the fact. But at least the content is done. At least the work will be done or started. It won't be done, but it'll be started. I'll have material to work with that I can kind of separate at a time. So everybody who comes in now has kind of got like early access to my platform, to the training and information. It might be kind of everywhere right now, but you still gonna get those who need the information, those who need the help, is gonna get it. It's gonna be very informative. It's gonna be natural. It's gonna be real. It's gonna be authentic. And yeah, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be working. And then when people come into the live, that's when I'm gonna find out who they are. A lot of people on live don't want to announce who they are, but like, you know, for me, if I know who it is that's listening, I can kind of like know which topic I'm gonna deal with, like whether it's gonna be the music or the basketball. The page is already kind of popping right now for basketball. It's called NBA Training. As you can see, I got the NBA chain. I've been having it. I invested in this with my record, my first pretty much like music deal. I'll call it a music deal. It was more like an advance. Um, it wasn't like a record deal, but it's like a new age record deal. It's not a record deal. I'm still independent, but I did get an advance, and that's kind of like a symbol of my success for music. And I've had a lot of success with music, and so I have a story there. And I've decided that really I want to use my music success more or less as a training platform, an educational platform, just kind of like the same thing with basketball. I want to train and educate on kind of like how to be successful, in music and basketball, whichever one people want to do. Because in my community, a lot of brothers want to, be successful in music or basketball, and I've done it in both. So like, what I'm saying, I wanna help now at this point, like get the information like behind the scenes. What I'm saying, like what it takes to really make it, in music. Um, what it takes to make it in basketball. Because like those two things, there's not a lot of information about. You know what I'm saying, like unless you really on got like an inside plug or like somebody like damn near like a family member, who really want to see you make it. Like I was using an example like Lil Bow Wow, back in the day, like he was like real young, he had JD, Snoop, just like certain people who you could tell they just really wanted to see him win. They wanted to see young brother win. So like everybody don't got those kind of opportunities. Everybody don't have that. So like I know I never had it. I never had nothing like that. So like um the things that I've learned, in one lifetime is kind of like unique. You know what I'm saying? Like it's rare, that you can get one person can just get information on, like real information on like how to be successful, how to make it, the do's and don'ts, what you want to avoid, and all that stuff. And it's not going to be a lot of stuff that everybody want to hear, because it's real. And anytime something's real, it's going to rub people the wrong way. Um, people like fairy tales. People like I don't even know what to word it because I'm not trying to say the wrong word, but people like being told what they want to hear. I'm not. I just never. I never been about that. I don't see myself getting into that. So I rather just keep it real. And fortunately for me now, podcast type things, reality, documentaries, things like that. That's kind of in, just calling stuff like it is, keeping it real, no script. That's what people want. That's what the people want. People want to know the real knowledge. They want to know you know, the behind the scenes, and that's kind of what I'm. It fits my personality. It fits everything. So that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. So all right. So that's the introduction to NBA training. I wish I could kind of like come up with another name or what NBA will mean when it comes to the music, so I could just combine it all together. You know, NBA, nothing but artists. That's funny. Nothing but artists. You know what? That's actually dope. It came to me. It came to me organically. I'm a roll with it. Nothing but artists training, NBA training, obviously basketball. You know, NBA training to make it to the NBA. Nothing but artist training. There you go. It must have been meant to be. I launched that name. I launched that brand right here on NBA training, the channel on live. It's a very special moment right now. I have 0 viewers, but that's okay. I'm watching this. I'm hearing it. I've been coming up with names for the music education, trying to for probably the last year or two, even longer sometimes. Because even though I was doing music, I still was kind of trying to figure out like, how am I gonna take my success and make it into something that's, you know, going to be the long haul of this. And I just now came up with it like that. So it's a very special documented moment. That's one thing I love about this live is that like anything I do is going to be there. It's not taking up my hard drive space. So let that be the first nugget of information of you guys for y'all. You know, content now is everything. Being able to, you know, document your stuff, whatever it is you do, I think that's a key. You're gonna need that at some point. It's gonna pay off. Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to organize everything and, you know, manage all your files and stuff. But just having it somewhere, I think if you can go on YouTube right now while they still have it like this and just document your you know, whatever it is you're doing, it's gonna pay off. And in this case, this is that. You know, I'm able to have this. Matter of fact, I might just in this particular segment so that way the file that I have won't be big. You know, this is really just the intro of what this platform is going to be. Um, like I said, music and basketball. I'm going to get into the behind the scenes of the hip hop industry. So many different levels to it. You know, obviously it's going to cover my story, how I made bread, how I made money, how I made the connections, how I was able to work with. I'll go ahead and just drop some of the biggest names right now. You know, Future, Lil Baby, Quavo, Lil Boosie, just to name a few, Young Dolph. Um, those are some of the biggest that come to mind, but there's a lot of other names, like several other names that everybody knows, you know, in hip hop that I've interacted with, you know, in person and have the videos. And stay tuned to find out what those names are, who those names are. There's a lot of them. I don't want to give it all away now, but pretty much I would say anybody who's anybody for the most part in hip hop, a good 90, 80% of them I've came across directly, worked with in one kind of way. Every situation was the way it was, and there's behind the scenes stories that are educational that people gonna be able to take good and bad from, learn from, apply it to their move, apply it to their work ethic, apply it to their push and their campaign, and take it and go with it. And that's going to be good. NBA training, let's just go ahead. You see, I already got the chain. The vision is there. It's definitely going to be a place for artists to connect and possibly interact with me as well about how they can, you know, add to their campaign through this platform. Whatever the case may be, and that's gonna be good. We're gonna let it. It's gonna be natural though, so we're gonna let it flow how it's gonna flow. Now on the basketball side, that's already moving the way it's moving. I got people who I'm already working with. What I like about the basketball side is like, look, I don't as a basketball player accomplish so much. Played Division I basketball, 3 different schools. How many people can say that? That's very unique and very rare in itself. Even in not so much in today's day and age because it's like the portal era where it's like normal now to kind of play at different schools. But I'm not sure if it's normal to play at 3 Division I schools. And I did that in the early 2000s. We're talking 2000. I graduated high school in '01. So 2001, 2002, started Division I, 16 years old. 17, my bad. Well, I graduated at 16, 17 years old, played Division I. Big 12 too, Big 12 school. So that's best conference in the nation. under 6 foot. Um, Very small town, town. I'm from Denver, Denver, Colorado. Speaking of my hometown, I'm gonna be talking a lot about my city on this platform, taking y'all back because we never really got the respect. You know what I'm saying? Worldwide, global, we getting it now, and see that's why this is a perfect time for this podcast, this movement, this documentary, because now people gonna listen. Now people gonna respect my city, the people who's who in those cities, the bosses in those cities, the people who's behind the scenes, the people who kind of, you got to know this person to know that person, and if you don't know that person, you really don't know this person, type of a thing. They're gonna drop in. I'm gonna be able to bring them in as special guests. They already in the web now. We've all reconnected thanks to social media these days, the platforms that's out there. We've regathered together, unified to a degree. Got a lot of stories, got a lot of legendary stories. It's a perfect time because I feel like in 2024, it's 2025 now, January, like it's the first week of the year, 2025. But 2024 was our year. For the first time in the hip hop era of anything, Denver was on the map like that. You know what I mean? We had Deion Sanders, his very first, college Division I coaching game. I was acknowledged on the field with him. Got the footage of that. At my school, at my Division I school I played at. That was the acknowledgement to come back. We played our first game, TCU against Colorado. I went on ahead and throw it out there. I revealed it, what school it was. I played at TCU. We was in the national championship. I think that was 2023, right around 2024, like around now. So it might have been 2022, whatever. Made it to the national championship game. Then from that, the Denver Nuggets won our very first NBA championship. Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, MPJ. You know Aaron Gordon. Everybody know we came and we did that. Shout out to Coach Mike Malone. We did that. That was a very amazing moment for me and in my city. Colorado, like I said, I already mentioned him with Deion. Now, the Broncos with Bo Nix made it into the playoffs, gave the Chiefs their second loss of the season, made it into the playoffs. I'm launching my platform, NBA trainer. So, I got a chance to chop it up with Deion Sanders, you know what I'm saying? Gave him my blessing. First game, if his first game, they got to win. That was like my moment of truth. That was like the representation of all my success, just being on that field, being acknowledged was like a dream come true. Deion Sanders was my favorite player growing up. I played football too. And just historic, just historic. I got a lot of stuff that I'ma love to bring up. So that's that. Let me not get too excited about it. I was trying to make this short, and I just couldn't hold some of that stuff in. It's gonna be exciting. But yeah, we're gonna talk about just college in general, just like what it's like to be on the outside looking in, to finally make it, Division I, to how when you get there, what to do. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people now they want to know just how to fucking get there. Now you need to know. Oh, when you're there, now what do you do? I don't did all that. I was the portal guy before the portal. You know what I mean? So I'm a pioneer in so many ways to the basketball side, and so we're gonna get into that. The training, the training is very important. I know that I got a lot of kids, the JUCO era, the college era. Now there's more opportunities now. They got more time to try to make it, so that's good because it's kind of almost unrealistic to get guys good enough, you know what I'm saying, in that short amount of time. But now it's less excuses to have. So I should have a lot more people willing to go through the routine and the work routine, the regimen that it takes to do it. And so that's what I'm gonna be doing. That's what I'm gonna be discussing. Of course, the things that's going on in the basketball world and stuff like that, entertainment. Now I'll be able to talk about those things and connect it all. So that's gonna be cool. And and that's what that is. That's what that is. So yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, let's go ahead. So I'm Kenny Kelly, by the way. Y'all can look me up, Google me. Everything checks out on me when it comes to my name, my face card, everything. Check out. You know, they know me. You know, people some people might act like they don't, but trust me, believe they all do. They all do. When my face card come up, when my name come up, the real ones is all gonna sit there and have to pay their dues and get their respects. You know what I'm saying, to the OG, to the work that I've put in. You know, just the soil that I've walked on. You know what I'm saying? The seeds that I planted. It's just no way people not gonna be able to, you know what I mean? You know, pay respect where it is. So, with that being said, you know, yeah, this is it. NBA training. We finna get it in. We finna make it pop. So definitely subscribe. Hit me up. Um, it is a number that you can reach out now. It's business number, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that out on here because, you know, now that I put it out here like this, it's open for anybody who needs training. You know, the music side is gonna be considered like an agency. The training side for basketball and athletics is gonna be more of a training platform, and for those that are still in school. If you're out of school, it's going to be treated more like an agency, but a training program as well. One in the same, two in the same, however you want to put it. And that's what it's going to be, which means, you know, there's going to be some small fees that you might have to pay to get a consistent, you know, plan created and developed and worked for yourself, for you to, you know, make the progress you need to make. Basically, you get managed. And then, you know, when you get ready and you know, when me and my team feel as though, you know, you're ready to make some money with your talent, your abilities, then you're gonna be marketed. You're gonna be marketed, and you're gonna have an opportunity to make those decisions on your own. And until then, you know, we finna sit back and really assess everything, you know. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this one so I can get my intro off about what's going on this page and on this channel, on this platform. I'm very excited about it. And yeah, and I'll be coming back live a lot more often now. So y'all definitely subscribe so y'all can see when I'm live, because y'all gonna get the unedited versions of everything, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna get the unedited versions, which everybody wanna see. Everybody wanna see live, right? Everybody wanna see the raw, uncut, you know what I mean? Everybody want that. So when you tune in, you're gonna be able to see that, you know what I mean? Some of my special guests that's gonna be with me, whether it be a three-way call. Matter of fact, I wish I could call my man. Listen, I'm gonna just put it out there now. Stan King. That's a name y'all gonna be hearing a lot on this page. That's somebody that's just somebody I look up to. I look up to the man. You know, he's from my city, and you know, at the school that I first went to, the high school, my first high school I went to, learned a lot from him as a basketball player. You know, he was doing his thing. You know, one of the top players in the nation. And there you go. You know, and now we've reconnected. You know, he's real good with Chauncey Billups. You know, we from Denver. Really probably should have been in the NBA. You know, should have been in the NBA. You know, things happen. He's got his path. He'll be able to come in and share his experiences, and he's a great soul to connect with. Just a real thorough, you know, solid dude. You know, Derek Martin, can't leave him out. You know, played with him in high school on my basketball team that I graduated from, Thomas Jefferson, two-time Super Bowl champion. Got to put that out there. He's working with kids. He's doing training too, just like I'm doing, but more so on the football side. But you know, so now when you come and you get training through me, through basketball, you also got access to NFL training. So basically, I got NBA training, he's got NFL training, and we all one and the same, right? That's how it works. So basically, the pioneers of Denver, the real ones, the ones who's ones, the one of ones in Denver, are all coming together to put our stamp. You know what I'm saying? Make our mark known and give back and train. You know what I'm saying? And it's amazing. The web is amazing. It's all connected now. We're ready to take it over. We're ready to take it over, and that's what that is. So just definitely, I'm saying it, but we gonna be able to. We're gonna be able to see it too. This ain't just talk. This is about to happen. We've already discussed it behind the scenes. They really was pretty much, I believe, waiting on me. You know what I'm saying? Because they know that I'm a digital guy. I put a lot of stuff on the internet. You know, I've always been that way. I'm the document guy. You know what I mean? To have a camera handy. You know what I'm saying? I always got a phone handy. You know what I'm saying? To you know what I mean? Look at all these gadgets and the devices that I got. You know what I'm saying? Hotspots and all that good stuff. So you know, when us OGs that come back, you know, from the 2000s, early 2000s, you know what I mean? Some 90, you know, late 90s. You know, we ain't always been that way. We ain't always been online and all that. So me being from that era, I'm kind of that person to bring the cameras. You know, I've always just everybody different. I've always been that way. I've always been on the videos and stuff. So, uh, uh, so yeah. So they've been waiting on me, and I, you know, I've dropped it, and I dropped it like a microphone, and I'm so excited about it. Hopefully, at some point, we gonna get Chauncey up in here. That's probably gonna happen. It's probably about a 60 to 70% chance you're gonna hear Chauncey Billups or see Chauncey Billups in some capacity on this platform, just because he is the nucleus of this all. You know what I'm saying? And we know what he's doing right now out there in Portland. We all support that, right? What Chauncey doing. We sitting back letting him do his thing. He carving out a legacy. He carving it out, and he doing that. We believe in him. We see Portland believe in him, which we appreciate. Shout out to Portland for giving him his chance to build the way that, you know, unlike certain coaches like Mike Brown, you know what I mean, and giving him a chance to build. He's doing that. We sitting back letting you do that. And when you feel comfortable, Mr. Billups, when you're comfortable, you're welcome to come through. We gonna lay the carpet, the red carpet. We're gonna lay the carpet for you to come through and bless the platform, bless your community, your people, like you always done. We remember the rec center, Skyland, Hawata Davis. We was all there. Shout out to Rodney. You know what I'm saying? All the people that know, it's gonna be so dope. Y'all never knew before now what Denver, Colorado really meant to the world of hip hop and sports. Before Dion came through, okay? Before Dion came through. So whatever he ends up doing, y'all call him Prime now. Before Prime, it was Neon. And I see that's it. You know, them real fans have to know that one. Hey, speaking of, why not? Why not have Dion come through at this particular point? Listen, Dion, you saw me, all right? Your very first game as a D1 coach at Colorado for the Buffaloes, your very first snap, your very first kickoff. I laid the groundwork, gave you my blessing, came down, made sure y'all was straight through the tunnel. I was standing right there. Y'all was on the road. I was at home, but I made y'all feel at home too. And I let everybody know what was going on, you know, and it wasn't took out of context. They understood. You pull up my profile online, which I'm gonna do since we on live. We're gonna go ahead and do it and see this amazing story that it was. Which of these see how I'm gonna do this, because I got these different phones. And we gonna see. But yeah. So that's something that it happened. It was unbelievable when it took place. But for me, I knew it was meant to be. I knew it was destiny at that time. You know, I had to make sure that I got there. I had to make sure that I got, you know, to that football stadium. You know, I made it happen through all means necessary. It wasn't easy to do. You know, it wasn't easy to do. But I made sure that I was there front and center to be acknowledged with my teammates on that field. Desmond Bain was in the house. Matter of fact, Desmond Bain, I got a lot of, like, my teammates, they embraced me. They allowed me to come and be one of the brothers, which I so much appreciate, because, you know, it's just, I appreciate it. Yeah, like anytime, you know, you embraced by people who you got one-on-ones, you know, Kurt Thomas, shout out to Kurt Thomas. Might bring him in if I listen, Kurt Thomas, one of the legends, one of the one-on-ones too in the NBA. Think he had like a 19-year, he was the longevity before Braun, okay? 19 years in the league, if I'm not mistaken. Held it down as a power forward. You know, he's just a solid dude. You feel me? When I was in JUCO in Michigan, you know what I'm saying? Right there by Milwaukee, you know, playing for the Knicks. He left me tickets to go to the game. When they played the Bucks, I was there. And like I said, I appreciate that as well. He's one of the brothers. We got Desmond Bain, like I mentioned that. We got Emmanuel Miller, who just got signed by the Bulls. I had a chance to work with him directly, pretty much on a daily basis just last year. Mike Miles, my boy Corey Santee, is my roommate in college. It's a brother from another mother. Bingo Merrick's is the brother from another mother. It's just amazing, man. Like this is, I'm going to give y'all access through my access, to as much as I can without disrespecting their space. And because I know how to move, and that's the thing with y'all. Like in anything industry and exclusive, you want to know how to move. You got to know how to move. It's called exclusivity. You got celebrities, you got people who famous, millionaires and things like that. They like to be treated a certain way. They like a certain kind of privacy. You got to understand. So anyway, like I was telling you, the Colorado thing, here it goes for y'all who can see. Probably got a flip reverse or whatever. But yeah, that's Kenny Kelly, as you see right there. You know what I mean? We got TCU. It's probably like flipped or whatever because it's like live or whatever. But you see TCU basketball 2001, 2002. Then you see Hawaii basketball. And I'll just drill into to the TCU side. So this is all real. This is no. See what I'm saying? That's the 23, 2001, 2000. That's the 23. Oh yeah, that's the part I want y'all to see. Is the Denver part. That's why I pulled this up. I almost forgot. Zoom in to it. You see Denver, Colorado. That's right there. 6 foot. They listed me at 6 foot. Thank you. I appreciate y'all for giving me that. I needed that. I needed that inch. You know what I'm saying? I needed that inch. Kenny Kelly, TCU, man. This is a lot of pride. See that purple? Got a lot of pride with this. A lot of pride with this TCU, man. It's like it's something, not only TCU men's basketball, but you go down and you see that Nike. You're gonna see that Nike. I done did this. I don't understood it. Oh, and not only the Nike, the Big 12, the Big 12. So this is obviously Nike, Big 12. To have your name and something like this almost feels like the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? It almost feels like the Hall of Fame, just being a part of that fraternity. Obviously this right here, it's just amazing. And this is something that I share a brotherhood and a fraternity with a lot of brothers. Y'all kids, y'all young cats out there trying to do it. I don't have any kids right now, So it was meant to be for me to give back to y'all and give y'all these experiences. You see what I'm saying? From Denver though, let's get back to it. Denver, Colorado, right? How special was it for me to be acknowledged on this day at TCU for the first time at Deion's very first football game? That's just how it worked out. God knew what he was doing. He blessed me. That's a moment I'll never forget. I got those videos. Deion Sanders is right there. Deion Sanders was also my favorite player growing up. So, and I played football. You know what I'm saying? Football was something I played too. So yeah, so I got a story, and it's gonna be able to be, hopefully it just motivates at the end of the day. At the end of the day, hopefully the story motivates. And that's what this is all about. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this segment right here. I got partners that hopefully, on the Atlanta side, I'm gonna go ahead and show them too. They gratitudes on here. His artist name is 2344 Jumpman. Young dude that I met early on in my Atlanta journey, who I kind of took under my wing, if you will. I more so took him under my wing. That was around 2014. We were going on 10 years, and now he's ready to do his thing. He's very talented, educated. He's a sharp brother. We still rock. I rock with him. He rock with me. So he gonna be somebody more so on the hip hop side, but he's with it. He actually is finishing his first year as a basketball coach at a middle school, Veterans Memorial Middle School. Shout out to them. I advised a little bit of things on the back end of some of the things that he got going on, but I threw him out there to the wolves. Like, look, at this level, you can learn and become who you're gonna be. You can't really run from some of the challenges. So me not being able to be right there with him was kind of a blessing in disguise. I feel like for him, go through some of the uglies, some of the rough patches that you're gonna go through in basketball as a coach, and learn. There's nothing more like learning through experience. And so now he's going through that, and he'll be able to come in and talk about both sides. You know what I'm saying? Not just the music. You know what I'm saying? Also basketball. You know what I'm saying? Right now, me connecting music and basketball. Look, now you got Leangelo Ball. You know what I'm saying? Doing the same thing, right? He got a hot track out, which I ain't really heard it all, but everybody's saying, whoa, 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 been that corner and everything. And, you know what I'm saying? Dame Lillard, Shaq, same thing. Music has always been a part of basketball. So I think right now it's just perfect time, for the music and basketball come together. And so that's what I'm going to do as well on my page. And so hopefully it's normal, to see, basketball and music be mentioned and just go ahead and finally become one community, and that's what this NBA training is about. And we're gonna get into it. And then, like I said, all the time I'm not gonna be. Some of the time I just gotta work. I might see me sitting here editing. Editing some stuff. And when people come in, feel it's just gonna be questions, answers, podcast stuff, and then we're gonna launch this thing. We're gonna launch this thing and keep it moving as regularly as possible. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. The business number as of right now, 972-584-7898. You need training. You want to be a part of this thing. You want to get better, and you don't run from challenges, because that's the main thing about this, to get into the criteria that it takes. You have got to be a dog. Like, if you soft, unless you saying you soft and you coming in because you want training on how to get tougher, then you can come in. But if you know that you're just gonna stay soft, and that's just your pedigree, this ain't that. This ain't, you don't wanna sign up for this. You don't want to sign your kid up for that. On the hip hop side, some of y'all already know that's just what y'all want to do, and y'all have already made that decision that y'all want to pursue music as an artist, and so you wanna do what it takes to connect with the web, and we'll get into that. But on the sports and athletics side, it takes a lot of muscle, takes a lot of strength, takes a lot of commitment, desire, and dedication. Physically, mentally. Um, you know, so it's different challenges. I would definitely say, for sure, but similar difficulty though. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the numbers of it. Making it in music is the chances, the numbers they're low, and same thing with basketball. So that's the part that makes it difficult. It's not difficult to do. It's not difficult to do a good job, but it is difficult to be one of the few that get picked out of the whole bunch to be, one of the people in there that's there making money and things like that. So that's where it gets tough. That's where we got to just get you right, and that's what we're gonna do here at NBA training. That's what this is about. So, with that being said, I'm ready to go ahead and end this. This was good. This was longer and better. The first episode number 1, a classic. Obviously, first and foremost too, I thank God, put God first through everything. I trust in Him, because, like I said, with those numbers I just mentioned, prayer is always gonna help becoming, getting favor. Favor is what you're gonna need. Anytime you got numbers working against you, things like that, you're the underdog. Anybody who needs NBA training, not gonna say anybody, but I would say good 85% of people who need NBA training probably don't got that big brother, like NBA player like Bronny or Bryce or anything like that, who they can just lean on like that. So basically, what I'm getting at is that you're gonna be the underdog. You're gonna be the underdog, and when you're the underdog, you're gonna need some favor. You're gonna need somebody in your corner pulling for you, praying for you, and that's why spiritual guidance is also gonna be something that I'm not calling this a ministry necessarily, but you're gonna definitely need that. I know I needed that. Think about it. Coming from Denver, Colorado, before the internet, when recruiters weren't flying out to come see us play, how did somebody 16-year-old under 6 foot who graduated early, was skipped up a grade, graduated early, was able to go play at a mid-major Division I school straight out of high school like that? Not nowhere near All-American. Only started 1 year on varsity. So I know struggle. Like I know struggle. I know being told what it feels like to be told no, told that you're not gonna make it. My mom told me I wasn't gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, my own mom told me I wasn't gonna make it when I was in high school. So and nothing against her. You know, it's just she was trying to keep it real with me. I love her for that, but that's my whole point. So I know what it is to struggle, and so that work that it takes, and I needed to pray. That's what I'm getting at. Like I know, I think it was my work ethic plus my prayer life that helped me. You know what I'm saying? Make it to where I made it to. But like I said, either way, it's there. Let's get this work. Kenny Kelly, I'm here to be big bro through this training process. And hopefully outside of that, now that I mentioned all the training and stuff, NBA, nothing but artists, and hopefully this can be some fun. We got some fun, make this entertainment. And it's not gonna be as entertainment as the skits and the comedy and all that, and just the sports gossip talk. But I'm that kind of guy too, where I call it like it is. I drop my opinions on the opinions that's out there, and hopefully in downtime I'll be able to do that. Drop my opinions on what's going on in the sports world and in the scheme of things, whatever it may be. So hopefully y'all can, can tap in on that side too. So with no further ado, man, NBA training signing out today. Be there, be square. Definitely subscribe. Definitely contact and be a part in whatever way you see yourself fitting into the Rubik's cube of this thing. And let's get it.